Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Cancer, September 18, 2022. You want to pay more attention to your personal interests, but you also want to take care of business, and this conflict can be intense today. It's not easy to be productive without succumbing to distractions, and there can be a tendency to take things very personally. Your interactions may be more loaded than usual, and boredom may lead to a conflict or clash. You might also struggle to achieve a healthy balance between work and rest or physical and mental and emotional health. There could be a disappointment or a misjudgment, and energy levels are up and down until you arrive at a healthy middle. You may need to tame some of your expectations and temper your energy to get there. Today's transits remind you to respect rather than challenge your natural body energy rhythms. You could also recognize the need for more inspiration that can help refuel you. Differences ideally lead to new insights and fine-tuning that improves matters. The most benefits come from observation rather than action today. Today will sneak up on you like a con man promising everything and more. In fact, it is one of the murkiest days of the entire year. As the mighty sun soars through the sky like the majestic beacon that he is, he will stand opposite the watery seas of ethereal Neptune. This guarantees that confusion, deception, insecurity, and discouragement will lie behind every corner. If you're feeling lost in your emotions, don't let them get the best of you, and by all means don't run away to alcohol, drugs, or addictions, as you'll end up regretting it. Prepare for a busy day. Try to maneuver any potential communicative tension or miscommunication when Venus in Virgo squares Mars in Gemini. It might be best to think before you speak so that you can avoid clashing with your co-workers. Since the Sun in Virgo also opposes Neptune retrograde in Pisces, you may see some hidden work enemies come out. Some of your co-workers may show their true colors, especially if you try to help with something or offer feedback. Just remember that how they treat or see you is merely self-projection on their end. Today you may feel a shift in your ability to center yourself and practice a healthful routine. The celestial energies increase your ability to sense your emotions, however, you may be left with feelings of ambivalence. You tend to drop a practice when you don't get an answer quickly, but this would be foolish right now. If you did yoga yesterday, great. Do it again today. If today is your first workout in a while, just doing it will help a lot. The vibrations of the day are speaking about starting up a long-term activity by setting up a project. You have a great need for independence, and your autonomous nature will be encouraging you to trace a path without the help of your family and friends. Your taste for taking personal initiative means the days to come will be positive. Indeed, the period could rapidly turn out to be very promising in your sentimental life, even if you come up against some difficulties from time to time. The Moon's alignment with Mars today is the first since the warrior planet of the cosmos returned to your communications sector last month, something that is giving his war on communication and mental barriers a boost. As well as making it easier to wear your heart on your sleeve, the Moon's mix of intuition and logic, imagination and intelligence allows you to think on your feet while at the same time greasing the wheels on the communication front. What began as a friendly aspect to the Moon earlier in the week becomes full-blown as Ceres, moving into her final 12 days in your romantic sector, teams up with fellow dwarf planet Eris in Aries. Eris is the warrior princess of the cosmos, and where Ceres has been more focused on understanding your heart's needs and priorities, she is ready to fight to have them met. Your ideas may not have their usual lightness now and could involve some pretty serious concepts. The good news is that they can be put to good use at work soon. Until then, concerns about your home dominate your thinking. You may find that you're tempted to overspend on renovations or redecorating, particularly if you're putting in a new home office. You don't need all that much, though. Our eyes in the sky. Today brings some sudden and unexpected surprises that might require a lot of patience. As Venus in Virgo squares the Moon, there is a give and take between what you want and what is actually occurring. If you feel the need to stand in your truth, this is when you could meet some opposition. This competing energy doesn't want to budge for anyone's preconceived expectations. However, Mars is going to kick you right out of your comfort zone whether you're ready or not. The Gemini moon helps bring things around by allowing a more analytical approach to everything. Maybe these are the actual changes you need to really step into a more authentic version of yourself after all. Even if you feel a little scattered right now, it doesn't mean that there isn't light at the end of the tunnel. There's a generous amount of Earth energy in the sky as well. This helps on the financial end of matters and deepens your commitment and maturity in this realm of your life. You have to stick with the vision and allow the rest to unfold. Message or phone call from someone dear who lives far away could arrive today. You've been thinking about this person for a while, so don't be surprised if you hear from him or her. You're especially attuned to the thoughts and feelings of others right now. In fact, you may feel especially inspired to work on projects of your own, as ideas are likely to fill your head. Have fun. In the pre-dawn hours, the Gemini moon trines retrograde Mercury in Libra, allowing us to reconcile an emotional issue. Replaying past exchanges and conversations in our heads helps us to appreciate why matters unfolded as they did. Although we may achieve greater personal understanding on a matter, it's best not to attempt to repair or course-correct anything while Mercury is retrograde. The fact that this reevaluation has occurred is the important thing. Before noon, Venus in Virgo squares off with Mars in Gemini, provoking impatience. A helpful connection between the Moon and Uranus can reunite you with your motivation and drive, reigniting some much-needed passion in your heart and mind. Before bed, be sure to journal any emotional or mental breakthroughs you had today so you can relax when it's time to get some rest. This aspect creates difficulties in achieving compromise, and we, therefore, tend to experience its effects in our relationships. Currently, both Venus and Mars are transiting Mercury-ruled signs, signs that overanalyze, signs that get hung up on details, and signs that are answering to retrograde Mercury. Their clash perpetuates conflict in the form of arguments or crossed signals. Neither party feels seen or heard, although if we stop and listen to what the other person is trying to say, we'd probably discover that we want the same things, we just have different approaches to getting there. One positive manifestation of this influence, if channeled appropriately, is powerful sexual tension. Make-up sex may be our reward if we can manage to put aside our differences.